this time, I'm now declaring this case mistried by virtue of the fact that the jury cannot reach a unanimous verdict.
A jury split 3-3, and now Dalia Dippolito is looking at a third trial. Prosecutors and defense attorneys in this case say they are ready to go back to court.
Because it's an active case, prosecutors say going back to court's the only comment they can make now. 7 years after being charged with trying to hire a hitman to kill her husband, the verdict for Dalia Dippolito still hangs out there.
But while trial number 2 ended in a hung jury today, Dippolito and her attorneys were looking like victors as they hugged and cried.
News Channel 5's Michelle Casada, our lead reporter on the trial, has the only one-on-one interview with the defense team, and she joins us now with what they had to say. Michelle.
Dalia Dippolito's attorneys told me today about one of the key moments for them in this trial. They say it was when the state rested its case. Prosecutors had played video after video audio recording of Dippolito talking about the alleged murder for hire plot. They say the defense brought up their first witness, Mohammed Shahadi, and jurors started taking notes. Dippolito's attorneys say that's when they felt they had a shot. I want you all to talk about what this means, this mistrial means for Dalia Dippolito, the case that you built and presented in court. I know that you all had some concerns going into this trial about whether or not you'd be able to get a fair jury pool.
We're encouraged by the result. It's a moral victory, but it's not a complete victory. We feel like our message of police abuse of power and law enforcement not following the rules and using, in our opinion, Dalia in this case as a pawn, that resonated with some of the jurors.
I feel like this was kind of like a roller coaster ride for you all, because you saw when the jurors asked to watch all the video and audio recordings all over again, and you all obviously were concerned about that they were going to try to just base their opinions or reach a verdict based off of that video.
Those videos are a small piece of the puzzle, and the state focused on just that one piece of the puzzle, and you know, the larger puzzle is this police misconduct.
And you have to agree, though, it is incriminating video. The words spoken on there.
There's no question about it. There's no question about it. I said earlier today, when I came down here and I met with Greg, everybody gave us about a 0% chance of getting close to a hung jury.
Slam dunk case.
Yeah, right. Because of the videos and the audios. You can't look at those videos and listen to the audios in a vacuum. You need to have a proper context and tell a story about what led up to the audios, what led up to the videotapes, and what happened after.
Do you feel that that was kind of a strategy in choosing the witnesses that you chose to testify? Because the state didn't call Mohammed Shahadi, and that would have been something that everyone expected them to do.
Mohammed Shahadi said two really game-changing points in this case. Number one, he did not want to be involved in the investigation. And that the Boynton Beach PD threatened to prosecute him if he left the investigation. To me, that was a major game changer. The other game changer that he brought to this trial that you didn't hear in the first trial was that there was an audio recording of this Chili's encounter between Dalia Dippolito and Mohammed Shahadi. That, to me, allowed us to argue this police department had this audio for 7 years, and they destroyed it.
And now the state has plans to retry this case. What does that mean as far as what would you do differently, or without getting into specifics?
Without getting into strategy, let me just add one thing that's very important. We're going to continue to investigate the misconduct. A lot of things have come out in this trial, and we're not going to point to them specifically. You'll see them going forward that indicate further misconduct on behalf of the Boynton Beach Police Department.
Now, I did ask Rosenfeld and Claypool what Dalia Dippolito thinks about this mistrial. They told me that she does feel disappointed, but is not giving up on seeking justice. All new at 6, we will hear from Dalia Dippolito. NBC's Dateline crew did get an exclusive interview with her. They will be airing that program on Friday here on Channel 5. And coming up at 6, we hear a little bit about what Dalia was thinking about the defense arguments brought up in court. Reporting live from the Palm Beach County Courthouse, Michelle Casada, WPTV News Channel 5.